Siapa intro ni?
Intro guys.
Hafiz tengah makan.
Hafiz tengah makan. Intro.
Kan pasal makanan kau pun tengah makan. Intro habis.
Intro
Good timing. Ha dah.
Balik saya ni bersepah babe. Ini nabati. Air satu jak. The worst apa? Bersepah bodoh aku. Kita tengok kita orang react for this week. Makanan paling adakah
would you eat?
Lazat apa ni? Dia belah dua.
Sialah Hafiz.
Weh. Kau tengah buat video lucah ke?
Nanti aku masukkan, aku censored. Ala Japan.
Bukan react video lucah
Kita react Hafiz.
Aduh.
Okay, let's go.
Sambil aku makan, kita tengok.
Let's go.
Ready? Start.
Hi. Some dishes are considered national. It's the kind of cuisine that is firmly associated with a particular country, its people, and their tradition. While those dishes are a part of national identity, people always find ways to modify and supplement the recipes by putting their own exotic twists on them. Today we're going to talk about the world's most weird and disgusting dishes. Oddly enough, some of these products are very expensive and even considered great delicacy. But if you're a big foodie, this shouldn't surprise you at all. Alright, some of you guys might want to brace yourselves. We're about to look at the world's 10 insanely gross dishes.
Bapak ada makan. Bodoh.
That's what's
Number
up,
1,
boy.
the yin-yang fish.
Yin-yang.
Also known as dead or alive fish, the yin-yang is served deep fried. The way cooks manage to keep it alive is by keeping its internal organs in check. So by the time you're about to eat the poor, still breathing creature, it can remain alive up to almost 2 hours. Seems kind of cruel, don't you think? Well, many people think it's terribly cruel and inappropriate. It is in fact the most scandalous dish on our list. Many people around the world consider this unnecessary cruelty. When you eat the yin-yang fish, you're not just enjoying the taste of its soft flesh, but you can actually see the creature moving and grasping for air. These days, it's hard to find a joint where they serve it this way. It's totally banned in Taiwan, for example. On the other hand, you can find plenty of places in China where they actually do serve these, and don't even hesitate to mention it on the menu. Number 2, black.
Okay guys, macam mana? Korang sanggup tak nak makan yang tadi tu? Sanggup tak? What the heck? Dia
makan hidup dah.
Dia makan hidup guys.
Tak
sanggup
aku tak sanggup. Aku pas. Aku tak sanggup lah.
Kalau aku memang terus terang aku cakap aku bukan jenis yang penggemar ikan, tapi kalau aku penggemar pun ada lagi banyak cara kot nak boleh kita masak. Apa pasal macam tu
Itulah makan hidup lah.
I don't know. Better eat.
Zasyraf makan ni. Zasyraf mesti makan.
Kurang kita kena tanya Amin. Amin duduk London. So
tak ada kena-mengena guys. Benda tu ada dekat London.
Benda kat Malaysia jarang berlaku lah. Malaysia dia mesti masak punya.
Malaysia paling pun dia akan masak dengan perahan limau ni.
I wouldn't eat that, you know. I wouldn't eat that. No. No, sir. Let's go.
Ivory.
Nasib baik yang pertama tadi apa?
You can try out the world's most expensive coffee in Thailand firsthand.
Coffee.
That is, of course, if you don't mind the fact that it came from some
black
elephant's butthole. Come to think of it, $50 for a cup and $1,100 for a kilo is kind of pricey. I just want to warn you that we're gonna dive into the process of making it. So apparently those poor elephants dine on them specially selected coffee beans. That's right, they digest those beans and they
Makan
put them
kopi,
out.
keluarkan balik kopi.
So apparently,
Lepas tu kasih
the
orang minum.
gastric process of the elephant
Siapa
makes it
suka minum
taste
kopi?
outstanding. Yes, looks like it
Amin.
sets your cup of coffee steaming and
Kopi
reeking
tak
of
lembu.
Tak
elephant.
nak minum kopi
Well, a
Kopi
lot
tak
of
lembu,
people
kopi
say
tak
it
gajah.
saturates the taste, but when you know this thing checked out of an elephant's anus, in most cases, you don't really feel like trying it, right? It is never asked to mouth.
Dia buat
It's quite
direct
the
macam tu Oh,
Number
bapak
3.
Confirm piau punya ni.
Jap, jap.
Sayap. Bang, ni ke yang abang selalu minum?
Kopi dulu guys.
Kalau kau
Abang,
tahu.
ini ke yang abang selalu minum?
Tapi Amin kuat juga tau. Amin,
Ya, aku memang minum kopi.
panas-panas.
Ini
Aku
nak kena
minum.
check balik ni. Aku nak kena check balik ni. Dia punya kopi dah sampai kepala. Ini kopi gajah, tak tahu dia macam mana piau dia.
Tak tahu gajah temuk-temuk nak keluarkan tahi dia tu. Dah dia ingat diabetes keluar biji-biji kan.
Ya.
Tapi aku tak minum lah kalau kopi macam ni. Oh. Kopi sedapnya.
Aku bernasib baik tak minat minum kopi. Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, okay, let's go.
Cambodian
Bro.
worm.
Cambodian worm.
Some Cambodians have a
Ni-
rather
ni yang-
offbeat custom of eating raw
Hafiz
worms.
terus berhenti
It
makan
isn't a dish, it's more sort of a snack Cambodians like quite a lot. So those worms are pretty easy to
Auto
find.
jadi ikan.
Ya.
Locals never
apa,
cook them. They never fry them, they just eat them. Like macaroni. I certainly wouldn't like to try those. Not even deep fried, I guess.
Ih,
What about you guys? Would you like to try some
bapak ada
raw?
macaroni.
No.
Bapak ada macaroni.
Number 4, Italian special, Casumar.
Ui, bosok macam belut nak. Bleh.
Minum guys. Minum.
Oh, dah muntah-muntah macam ni kena pula yang tadi kopi tai gajahan.
Baru 3 minit guys. Baru 3 minit.
Oh, bapak.
Boleh teruskan?
Kopi dulu guys.
Gasumarsu is a kind of cheese, the kind that has got beef in it. What kind of beef, would you ask? The tasty tiny fly larvae. Oh yes, delicioso.
What?
Gasumarsu literally
What?
means rotten cheese.
Marsu.
Currently, it is illegal, and
Bangkai,
technically,
no.
you're not allowed to serve Gasumarsu. But if you really want to try some, you can probably buy it on the black market in Italy. This traditional Sardinian ship milk cheese belongs to the Pecorino family. Now, let me reassure you that it has nothing to do with mafia. So those tiny maggots speed up the decomposing process, and that makes the cheese very soft and decadent. You're supposed to eat the cheese while the maggots are still alive. When they die, the cheese gets toxic, and Britney Spears starts singing songs about it. It is recommended to keep your face at least 5 inches away from the cheese to protect your eyes when you feast. You can put the cheese into the sealed paper bag. This will make maggots
Keju orang
suffocate.
makan.
There were many cases of poisoning, and this stinky cheese makes some people
Fast food
suffer
banyak, Min.
terrible
Kau kalau
allergies.
Jangan.
When these things get into
Aku
your
tak nak keju
intestines,
ni.
there's a possibility that some of them won't
Nanti tak ada
dissolve in
keju,
your gastric juice right away.
Kalau
So
nak
what
bagi
they'll
cheese.
do is they'll try to drill you from the inside, which will cause terrible pain, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea,
Nasib
and
baik
other
guys.
horrific things.
Tak
It'll
habis.
drown you in agony, to say the least. I wonder who
Tanya
made
habis.
that cheese, and whose idea was that it's tasty.
Aku
Lalat.
Itu
aku
mungkin
tak
salah
sihat
satu
dah.
cara salah satu cara free untuk dapat MC aku rasa.
Terus tak
Sebab
sihat
semua benda
Wolfie.
sedap kan.
Masalahnya kita nampak lalat masuk dalam air, terus kita geli Ini
Ini betul
Dia boleh bela
itu lah dalam keju. Iyo dia.
telur balut.
Balut.
Number
Apa
5,
yang dibalut
ball.
guys?
Bald is a dish very popular in the southwest of Asia, especially on Philippines. So bald is an egg. It is a fertilized bird egg, which means there's already an actual bird inside of that egg, with skeleton and feathers and everything. Usually, it's a duck's egg. Filipinos can't seem to imagine their diet without it, and it looks like men enjoy this dish more than women. It is believed that bald gives you a better boner and makes your penis more stern. In restaurants, it is usually served hot and as an appetizer. You're supposed to accurately crack it from the blunt end. You then pour some salt on it and supplement it with some vinegar. Then you suck out the amniotic fluid, and finally you eat what's inside. Many people say that once you try it, you want more. Yuck. Number 6, Sannakji. Next on the list is a delicacy adored in South Korea. It's called Sannakji. It is primarily made of octopus tentacles. The weirdest thing about it is that when Sannakji is served, you can still see the tentacles moving around in a spasmodic sort of way. And that's because octopuses are usually killed and cut before being served. Seriously, you gotta be really careful eating this thing, because if it's freshly killed, then tentacles can reach out to you right from the plate and try to strangle you before you even finish your meal. I'm dead serious. If you don't believe me, ask any chief. These guys fight to live. Their reflexes make them randomly grab things at hand. Or should we say, grab things at tentacle. So my advice is don't rush it and try to chew each piece carefully. Make sure those tentacles don't get stuck to your throat. Number 7, escamoles, insect cavern. Escamoles look like a regular Caesar salad. However, in reality, its main ingredient are ant maggots. It's a popular Mexican delicacy also known as the ant puree. The dish originates from the Aztec period, pretty damn old recipe. Gathered from the roots of the tequila agave, escamoles has a distinctive taste similar to the taste of fried nuts. This insect caviar looks a little bit like cottage cheese, and it makes you wonder, what is it exactly? Gotta admit that it doesn't look at all bad, especially if you compare it to some of the previous examples of delicacies we've discussed. And the good thing about escamoles is that there are tons of ways of preparing and serving. Most commonly, deep-fried escamoles are added to omelet tacos. Number 8, haggis.
Kayak macam dah give up.
Makan kacang soya saya tadi.
Kayak dah give up dah.
Apa
Muka dia.
Kayak dia nak makan tau. Dia dah lawyer. Dia baru niat nak makan sekejap lagi.
Tadi aku
nama itu Saumarodin an ada Ifadi Syahri. Esok hari Lillahi ta'ala.
Tadi aku pegang dada. Dia terus pegang kepala.
Kasi nak puasa siap esok.
Rasa macam dah tak nak makan lagi seumur hidup siap.
Bapak.
Kalau aku kurus ni, memang sebab apa Amin ni.
Asal aku.
Haggis isn't only a diaper brand, it's also a Scottish national dish. Now don't get me wrong, I don't mean to say that Scots eat diapers. Haggis is a popular food that was praised by Robert Burns back in Middle Ages. What goes in haggis, however, makes you think twice before you try it. So this heart, liver, lungs, all mixed up with onion, grits, and spices. So Scots have a custom of eating haggis on Robert Burns' birthday. And of course they don't forget to drink some of that all-Scottish whiskey for the old man's sake. Also, you can buy haggis in almost any supermarket. Turns out it's a healthy product and got all sorts of benefits. Would you guys like to try some haggis? It doesn't look at all bad. Better than bald anyhow. Number 9, drunken shrimp. This Chinese delicacy is on our list because you're supposed to eat those shrimps alive. And as a rule, these freshwater shrimps are paralyzed by a mixture of alcoholic beverages, which is why many people don't hesitate eating them alive. Who could have thought that you can satisfy hunger and get drunk at the same time in such a sophisticated way? You can find this dish in almost any restaurant in China. Usually they would dip those shrimps in some of that beiju drink. Some people soak them in pure alcohol and then boil them instead of leaving them alive. Others boil these fellas first and only then marinate in alcohol. So there really is a lot of freedom there. You can really flex yourself and experiment. Those who try the latter version say they taste like original boiled ones, but with more aftertaste.
Jual rebus dengan ni alkohol.
Tak masalahnya asal lah dalam video ni semua suka seksa-seksa binatang ah.
Pose je.
Ha? Why ya?
Banyak corona.
Hey.
Yalah. Oh. Sorry mana yang tengah tengok video ni sambil tengah makan. Aku dah claim awal-awal. Tak maaf angkat tangan. Jangan tengok sambil makan ataupun selepas makan. Takut makanan tu keluar balik.
Dah nak habis video baru disclosure Awal-awal tak nak kasih warning.
Macam sengaja
Dah kasih orang makan sedap-sedap.
Apa ni?
Bird's nest soup. Ini macam dah biasa dengar.
Number 10, bird's nest soup.
Macam biasa je.
Just like our favorite ball, the bird's nest soup is very popular in Asia. It is made of the salangan nest. Thoroughly fried in a frying pan, it's just possible that it may contain birds and eggs. After salt fried and crispy, it is placed in a chicken soup. If you want to try this weird-ass dish, you should probably be aware that you will be consuming quite a lot of bird saliva. Birds use saliva to build their nests, so mind that when you eat this tasty soup. Alright, looks like this is it. Have you guys ever tried any of these weird dishes? Did you like them at all? Which ones?
Itu je.
Okay.
Last kali.
Sorry guys Mana yang tengah makan, mana yang terkeluar balik makanan tu.
Kalau ada antara orang yang tengah makan lepas tu terkeluar balik, telan lah semula.